everyone, I just wanted to do a video about my adventures in Gotemba, Shizuoka Prefecture. I decided to go there as one of my many adventures throughout Japan, and I wanted to see Mount Fuji. Yes, as you may know, Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan at 3,776 meters, and it borders both the Shizuoka and Yamanashi prefectures. The Japanese called Mount Fuji Fujisan, san being an honorific name ending, and the kanji of it is the kanji for mountain, which is usually pronounced Yama, as in Yamaha. Yes, the company that makes instruments and cars and motorcycles and things like that. But no relation whatsoever. Yes, so seeing Mount Fuji was the main point of my trip. I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning and left Utsunomiya about 10 o'clock. I took the Shinkansen or the bullet train from Utsunomiya to Tokyo Station, then Tokyo Station to Odawara in Kanagawa Prefecture. Then I switched from the Shinkansen to the local train that went to Matsuda, and then Matsuda to Gotemba. It took about 3 hours and maybe 10 or 15 minutes to get there, when originally I had planned it to be less than 3 hours. Unfortunately, when I got to Matsuda, I missed the express train by like 5 minutes because the Shinkansen was late, and I had to take the local train about 20 or 25 minutes later. So that did hold me up, and I was really hungry by the time I got there. So when I got to Gotemba, I ate lunch at this vending machine ordering type restaurant, and I ate miso ramen. It was really good. It was really salty, but it was really good. So after that, I decided to take a look around, and I went to Nihashi Sengen Shrine, which was about a 5 to 10 minute walk from the station. I went to the shrine, I took some pictures, and I prayed before leaving. Everything in Gotemba seems like it's named Fuji something. The Fuji restaurant, Fuji hotel, Fuji this, that, and the other thing. It's very, very popular. Even from my pictures, if you saw my pictures on Facebook, the sightseeing map is designed to look like Mount Fuji. I wonder where they got that idea. There were volcanic projectiles mounted on this stone, and it was really cool. I touched them, and you could tell they came from a volcano because of the shape, and you could just definitely tell it was solidified lava. Once I got back to the station, I got bus tickets to go to one of the hiking trails of Mount Fuji. I was thinking the bus ride was going to be maybe half an hour, 40 minutes tops, but it ended up being about an hour, which I totally wasn't expecting, but it was still worth it. I was actually on the bus with a church group from Georgia in the United States, and it was kind of strange. The reason why it was strange was it wasn't that I wasn't expecting a lot of foreigners, it's just that I'm so not accustomed to hearing English outside of work, and they spoke French. I have never heard French being spoken in Japan before, and it felt like I was in Canada. It's still strange for me to see foreigners in Japan because in Utsunomiya there's only a few of us, so that isolation effect kind of plays tricks on your mind. So anyway, as we were driving to the location point, we got to the mountain and it started winding roads, and we all thought that we were going to die, and it was just a really not fun experience, especially when the bus felt like it was going to stall. We did manage to get there in one piece, thankfully, but the weather, it was so foggy. I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh no, did I come here for nothing? So at the stop there were shops and restaurants and just a little area where you could rest if you wanted to for hikers making their way up the mountain. Unfortunately, I was not well prepared for the hiking trail that would lead us to the viewpoint of Mount Fuji. I wish I had bought hiking boots. Actually, I think a lot of people were not prepared because there were many stops along the way by people just wearing flats and sandals, and there were a lot of sharp and pointy rocks. Oh wow, you know, there's going to be this really smooth spot where you can take pictures of the mountain and things like that. It was about a 30-minute hike to this viewpoint, and when I got there, I didn't even know that it was the actual viewpoint because there was so much fog. Fortunately, the fog lifted and I was able to take a few photo shots of Mount Fuji. It was a really nice atmosphere all around though. People supported each other as we passed. People said hello in other different languages, mostly Japanese of course. And the overall atmosphere of the forest itself, or the hiking trail, was just really peaceful. You could not hear any voices at some point, and you just wondered, am I really in Japan? It's just because I'm so used to living in the city that I thought that I was in a completely foreign country. Well, foreign, not foreign being, you know, Japan, but foreign being, you know what I mean. So after that experience, I went back to the bus, not before buying some souvenirs, and then went back to the Gotemba station to have dinner at this little restaurant that I ate miso ramen at before. I had curry this time. But anyway, I got some souvenirs. I could not resist. I think this is one of my favorites. It's a mug, a handmade mug, and you can see it has Mount Fuji on it. This was the last mug of this design that they had, and this always happens to me, at least I feel like it does. I always get the last of something, and this was the shelf model. And there are cherry blossom heart-shaped things flying all over it. And I haven't washed it yet, but I'm going to, and it's just very special to me. These are green tea senbei. So senbei is Japanese for rice crackers. And I'll open them up. Let's see. So they're green in color, and they're really thin, but they taste delicious. And I also got some postcards. So let's see, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. This one was the first one I saw, and I thought, ooh, it's really pretty. So I decided to get them, and eventually I will be sending them to friends or family or something. Some other items I got were a pen with the little animated Mount Fuji character, Fuji-chan. I can't forget this. I saw this at the not the convenience store, the gift shop at the station, and ta-da! It's Fuji-chan. I couldn't resist. I thought, oh my god. I mean, Japan is the land for having animated mascots of all kinds, and I wish we had that in Canada because I love little animated mascot things, and everyone knows I love anime, so I just couldn't resist. I thought, okay, what do I need with another stuffed animal? I already have that Nyanko-sensei plushie that some of you may know about. But I just couldn't resist getting this little guy from my trip to Mount Fuji, and the Japanese flag on the back. Let's see. Oh, and the tag, it says Fuji-chan, height 3,776 meters, and Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan, and of course a warning label. So please don't eat or give to children under 5. I guess that includes me. And then finally, I got a couple pairs of gloves, and these were actually really cheap. They were only 600 yen a piece. So I got them in blue and in black, and they have the same pattern on it, on the insides of the hands. So it's Mount Fuji and some snowy clouds. So I thought that was really neat. And finally, I got this t-shirt. Yes, this obligatory t-shirt. It has a pattern on the breast and on the back. There we go. So much more. So this part here says Nippon Ichi, which is, well, Japan is #1. And then this is Mount Fuji. And then finally it has the height, so 3,776 meters. So anyway, I really love this shirt. I thought it was one of the best there. It's not too outgoing, if clothing can be outgoing. The word is escaping me right now. But it's just one of the nicest shirts in my opinion that doesn't look too boyish or too girlish, so it's just right. So yeah, that was my little adventure in Gotemba. Thank you for watching. Thank you for looking at my pictures that are on Facebook. If you haven't already, and I know you personally, please go ahead and check them out. For now, I am going to go to bed because it's really late and I have another adventure planned to go to Asakusa tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye!